Hello. All right, the video is not showing up. Oh, there it is. There's the video. Wait, running into some technical difficulties. All right, we're on. Waypoint Cafe live. Cruz, Philip.
Hello, sir. What's going on?
It's going. As you know, I'm in a different country, different state of mind. Well, still same state of mind,
Of course.
different country.
Yeah. Well, it's Monday. Monday, actually, not evening for you. Welcome, everybody. Like Kuya said, Waypoint Cafe. Uh, no big topic in one in particular that's going to be going on today. Just going to be going over some more current events. Of course, you can't even go a week without something happening. There's always something in the news. There's always going to be something in the news, especially running up into the election right now and then even beyond. But just right off the top, just when you think stuff can't keep getting crazier and crazier and crazier, and I've only just started, it came out the other day. I've only just started fully reading up on everything as far as exactly what happened, who said what. But if you haven't, I don't know how you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, you've either been, I don't know, flying to Ecuador maybe, and you missed it there. But even you've caught it so far. Is
Not the COVID.
LA Compton, two officers sitting in their vehicle. Some gutless punk walks up, shoots both of them. 24-year-old, 31-year-old police officer, 31-year-old mother who has a 6-year-old. They both get shot. There's video of people laughing about it in the streets. They get rushed by ambulance. First of all, so they get rushed by ambulance, of course, once it goes out. They rush by ambulance to nearby hospital. How, before they even get there, there's already Black Lives Matters protesters in front of the hospital. They tried to get into the hospital. They're in front of the hospital trying to block the ambulance, screaming at them, saying, "You know what? I hope you don't make it. I hope you die. We're going to be coming for you one at a time." How does this keep getting? Every time you think you've seen it all, this comes up, and then more and more and more. Like, where do we even go from here? And I know that this is obviously, they are the far, far extreme left, and they're going to, disassociate themselves. But people aren't getting this inspiration. People aren't getting this, angry and this fired up. If, like we've discussed before, you have all these politicians that don't want to condemn these acts from top to bottom, they'll condemn violence. Like Joe Biden he's condemned all violence. Okay. You don't want to say anything specific. You just want to, condemn all violence. Okay. Sure. That sounds great. How about at least take a stand and say specifically, just call them out. You're not going to, if you're running the Biden campaign or any of the other liberal campaigns, you call out these people. Like, trust me, your real base that is actually going out and voting, and the other people that are actually going out and voting, you're not going to be hurting yourself. Okay. Nobody wants this. Just stand up and actually speak up against it.
Yeah, there was some things that you said there that I actually didn't encounter because I was traveling throughout the weekend and finishing up some last minute errands. But one of the things, I mean, that's just crazy. That's just absolutely crazy that people are going to the hospital, you know, protesting, blocking an ambulance from going in, and there's no empathy from people out there with the situation that's going on. It's like they've everyone like these protesters or kind of this small group of people, or I don't even know how large these people are, but they've already declared that all police officers are bad, and then making two rights, doing you know acting violence with violence, killing someone in cold blood, like that's being the justifiable action for people that probably didn't do anything to these people. in just because they're cops or something. You know, like where does where does the limit end? What's the
I
purpose? Like,
mean,
what is the goal? What is the
even
goal
if
of all of
you're even if we fundamentally disagree on, I don't know, there for them for there it is no goal. There is no goal. And I know that they're going to disassociate and say, oh, we're not, that's not actually part of Black Lives. Okay, so can we just look at like the actual organization of Black Lives Matter? The Marxist part of the organization, not the not the slogan about equality and everything, but the actual organization themselves that have received wild amounts of money. They have no CEO. They have no place of office, no actual place of business. What are you doing? Where is this money going? What are you even donating to?
well, the organization BLM receives this. The company that handles the funneling of funds for BLM is actually what's it called? This called Vote Blue, and it's an organization that handles all the donations for the Democratic Party.
Yeah,
So
for the
there's
Democratic Party. Yeah,
and for the Republican Party, they have Win Red. So there's two different organizations that pretty much for the for the majority of the candidates and political affiliation are these two organizations, Win Red and Vote Blue. And Vote Blue does BLM. It does all the, or I want to say at least most. I don't really know how many or if it's all of them, but all the Democratic, a good majority of the candidates use Vote Blue, which is actually based out of, guess what, Massachusetts. So,
for sure. Oh, yeah, there's a big surprise. So, but besides that, so even if you're on, even if you're on the left, even if you have particular, different points of view, different things that you're trying to push, I mean, what is your actual point? And two, how can you not even come out and disassociate and condemn this kind of action? Like, this is the last thing that you want to help you. This is not going to help you at all if you're on that side. Not only are you going to make people on the other side furious, not only are you going to take people that are more centrist and shift them farther right, especially in the upcoming election, but people that are on the left, you're only hurting them. Like, you're only hurting different ideas and different, like, just really haven't seen anybody on the left coming out and actually really condemning this action yet. Which, they'll say it mildly, but nowhere near as strong as this should be. So it's just this is getting disgusting.
well,
This is unbelievable. And I know this is a far radical person. It's not it's not part of the good people that are on that side, because there are great people that have differing views. They just have differing views, but they're still amazing people. And they aren't them, but you got to get rid of these people. This is not helping your cause.
I think one of the issues that I'm having with this is that, yeah, is it coincidental that a lot of this type of stuff is happening during election season? Is this, or is this planned? Is some of this stuff being planned? You know, again, if you start digging into some of the people that are involved in some of these crimes and things like that, for instance, the people from, I'm forgetting the person's name, but the shooting down in Georgia where the police officer shot the the person in the Wendy's parking lot. It's
Yeah,
when you dig a little bit deeper, and I'm not going to go into it too far in this one, um, but it starts to make you question, some of the intentions that are involved with some of these actions that are happening, in the time of the elections, and then that kind of just also for me at least identifies that this election is important, that there's something to this whole thing, um, where somehow I've never seen this much um, animosity in in one in one election year or two elections a year. I mean, if the last elections was bad, this is just like a whole other level of like the you know at least the U.S. is just going crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And the other thing, other thing that's irking me a little bit. So NFL kicked off this weekend. Like I'll still watch the NFL. It's one of the few sports that I actually still enjoy watching is football. And I don't care, everybody out there, you can have your discussion about kneeling during, it's been hashed a million times. I don't care if you kneel during the national anthem. Really, it really doesn't bother me. If that's how you want to protest and that's what you want to do, you want to kneel, sure, fine, go ahead, kneel. No big deal to me. People can disagree. If people want to stand, you stand up for the national anthem. I stand for the national anthem. What I have a real question about is what is the Black national anthem? Where did this come from? What is the Black national anthem? And why are we playing the Black national anthem before the game? What is, have you heard about this, Kuya?
Yeah, I don't know what that is, to be honest. So I'm, I'm glad that you brought that up. Maybe someone from the audience can let us know. I'm not familiar with whatever the Black anthem is. Um, to me, I think it's important just to do the.
The song is Lift Every Voice and Sing by J. Rosamond Johnson and James Weldon Johnson.
I'm guessing it's pretty old. I'm not really sure, but I think
No idea.
again, it's like, okay, if the goal is the racial part, you know, it's kind of a weird thing, right? Because I always believe that, working hard, learning new stuff, getting smarter, getting wiser, and all those types of things, and building good connections, and